Today's episode, I will share with you guys some questions you can ask when you start your journey in discovering who you are, okay? I had a lot of questions, people asking me what questions did I use so that I didn't trigger my family members. So I'm going to share with you some of the questions that I use and that is safe to use, especially if you're trying to uncover some trauma. I'm going to give you some tips on that as well, with what steps you need to take to do that part of the situation, okay? Because you do not want to do that alone, and you do not want to make them snap, okay? Because you're not only putting yourself at risk, but you're also putting other people at risk when you talk about their trauma. So I will give you some tips and tricks on that, and give you some questions you can ask your family members so you can start dissecting who you, okay? Y'all need to put your hats on, your badges, whatever you feel like you need to get in character, you do it. Because you gotta start knowing who you are and start walking dead, okay? Because I'm walking dead, but I'm getting better now. So let's get started, guys. Woo. Just sharing with you guys, I recently did a game with my brother. I wish I had the paper with me, but I forgot I left it. But I had played a game with my brother, and we played the, you know, at school when you do the little circle and you have what you like and what this person like, and then in the middle is both. And that's a fun game you can play with your family members so that you can start learning who they are without making it seem like you're coming at them like over the table or whatever. So you can play that game with your family members and ask questions to see what you guys have in common, what you have, you know, you both like, or you can see what each other like, and boom, you start to learn about your family members that you never knew all these years. So that game was actually fun. Me and my brother did. It was actually fun because I learned some stuff that I didn't even know. And now we're working towards that. The stuff that I learned about my brother. So you can play that game. Yes. It's all kinds of games you can play. So many games. Like the #1 step for real. When you start your conversations, make sure it's nothing around, no noise, no something that can get your attention, because this is a serious moment, because you're trying to learn who you are and what some challenges that you're going to face in life, or what's going to come your way because it came to somebody in your family's way. So make sure you lose the electronics, because that can be very distracted. Yes, there you go. And you can really not get the full 100 out of someone. So I'm gonna start with the questions you can ask someone, because this is important. You know exactly what questions to ask the questions, but certain questions can trigger your family members. That's why I had you guys go and write down the words that triggers you, because the same words that might trigger you might also trigger your family member. So make sure you do that step first before you trying to ask questions, because you gotta start knowing what stuff that triggers you and make you go to 100, or make you put your wall up, make you get in the defense mood. You gotta start discovering you first. So please make sure you do that step before you do this step, because some of these questions might be a triggering question to you. You know, so it's so important that you do that process in your life so that you can know what to say when you do your interviews with your family. Okay? So the first question is fun questions. It's not no tough questions. It's simple, easy, little questions, but even though it might be simple, easy, you're going to look at yourself and be like, wow, I never knew that. Okay? So, what is your full name and why were you named? That's #1. And then it say where your name came from. So like last names, you can start doing history of where the last names came from and stuff like that. That's important to know that too, because you might have family members out here you don't even know. So see that tree. Did you have a nickname when you was growing up, and what did they call you? So you can start understanding why they gave you the nickname and why you got that nickname. And that's something me and my sister was talking about recently, because she was like, why did they call me Nunu? And I was like, oh, but up. So you know what I'm saying, now she asking those type of questions because she want to know where did Nunu come from. So see, it might be little, but look, it gets bigger. The little things count, I'm trying to tell you. Especially when you're in a relationship, the little stuff count. Have you ever had another nickname as an adult? Simple. What do your family members call you now? When were you born? When were you born? Where was your first home? Ooh, that's a good one. Where was your first home? You ain't gotta go all the way into like, that would start opening a conversation for like, what happened in that home. But you just ask that first. Don't get too deep and difficult. When you was a child, what games did you like to play with your family members or your siblings? Where's another place you have lived? Did you stay in a stable home, or did you always have to move from home to home? That's a good question. Where did you attend school? Where did you attend in high school? And where did you attend in college? If you went to college, do we have that in our family history? That's a good one. What are some things that you like to do? That's a good question, because that can share with you like what's some things that you might like to do, because now you know. Like for example, BB was like, she don't even know where the spoken word artist came from in her DNA. She don't know if it's on her mom's side or is it on her dad's side. So see, that is a good question to ask, because then you understand why you like doing this stuff. And even we can go deep on that, but she shared with us. That's why it's so amazing. Like, you start to see everything starts to come together. Okay? Yes. Who was your favorite teacher and why? You can ask those questions. Did you have a special friend that you hang out with all the time? What was your first job? Did you like it or no? You make enough money to live comfortably? Ooh. Now we're gonna go to the financial department. Okay. That's something you need to know. Yes, definitely. And the last question, as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? That's the last question I give you guys. But you see how simple, easy the questions are? You can ask simple little questions. It can be dumb questions, but those questions really will start opening up the real deep conversation. And you know, I shared with you guys recently, you can do games like the first game I played with my brother. You can do that, and like I said, you can do dancing, you can do acting, you can write a song, you can do a play, you can do all kinds of things without actually asking like those tough questions. And you can have the person to really think of what you're trying to do or what you're trying to say. And then that's when maybe they open up and say, what was this about? And then you can feel comfortable with sharing your story. See, it's simple little things you can do. So, yes, it's important. You do start your family history, start discovering who you are, and then dissecting you so that you become a better you and not be walking dead, walking sick. You, these are the steps. And also the last tip before I go is to share with you guys is when you get ready to get to the deeper side of having those deep conversations with the trauma and the wounds and stuff that your family member has experienced or went through, best place to do that is in therapy. is therapy, because you do not want to do that in your own home and you open up something that you can't close. And that's very dangerous, because you're going to put yourself at risk, and then you might put someone else at risk, because that's something that someone kept a secret for so long and they suppressed it for so long. So therapy is a good place to do that. If you're in the DMV area, oh yes, check my girl Queen of Feet out. You can go to her classroom and start that process with her and get those real answers. She will help you get everything you need to start your process, start your healing, and help you move forward in life. And one thing I love about her organization from all the other organizations and from other therapist settings is that she takes her therapy to the classroom. So you can go in the classroom with other students, or you can have your one-on-one. And I prefer in the beginning, you can go to the classroom with students, because then you'll start to see their story start to sound like your story, and you're going to start to feel more comfortable to start expressing and sharing how you feel and felt, and you can start the process in you. So her organization is thebomb.com. Yes. It's so unique, it's different. Like I said, she takes therapy to the classroom, and you actually get to see everything in a different perspective, because she's going to write everything down, draw a map, draw a picture, whatever, to get you to see what you are looking like on the inside. And she breaks it down to the T. She makes you say some stuff you never thought you would even talk about and sharing, but it's the way she does it. You feel comfortable, you feel safe, you feel good about yourself. So if you are in the DMV area, y'all need to check her out. I will leave her information at the bottom, because you really need to check that out. And if that's something that you're trying to do with your family members and really get the deep issues, that is the place to go. I'm telling you, that's the place to go. And she will help where she can help the healing process, so that you won't make somebody snap and go left and right, and then you can hold them down, you know. So it's very important that you get someone that is educated, someone who is skilled and leveled to do that job. Don't do it on your own. That's another thing that we have to learn. We can't do it on our own. We have to do it together, work together, and be a team. You need to go where it's help and professional and someone that's educated. Don't just do it alone. Don't do it by yourself. Do it together. It's a team effort. It's a teamwork. And that's all I can say, guys. That's it. We gotta start really learning how to work together and start working towards each other or against each other. We got to learn how to really honestly work together. Once we do that, oh my God, it's no stopping us. So last but not least, love God so you can love yourselves, then you can love others. Okay, so I hope this video helped you guys. See you next week.